Hey Chase.
Hey,
Hey, how are you?
good. How are you?
I'm happy.
Well, good.
Yes, because of you. So, yeah, thank you so much for joining.
Of course.
I didn't know that today was your best, availability day, I guess.
Yeah, I mean it's I think it's just because today I just don't have a ton going on, but I mean it doesn't really matter any other day usually. It's just today I'm a little bit slow.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining. I
Mhm.
do want to know more about that deal. I literally got that notification from Slack saying like, boom, property under contract from Chase Bertoni. So I was super excited.
Mhm.
Congratulations once again. Can you
Thank
just
you.
please let us know a little bit about the property, the seller?
Yeah, so I think I told you over Slack. The phone number that she inserted was wrong. I actually got cussed out for calling it. I don't know. I didn't. It was in Spanish. So I didn't understand, but I know it was
Oh,
cuss
okay.
words. So I just texted him after because he cussed me out and then hung up. And I just texted him and said, just to confirm I don't have, this person's number. And they said no. So I said, well, shoot, I guess I'll see what happens. And I looked up the address and the name was wrong too. And so I was like, well,
Okay.
that's weird. Um, but I was like, maybe it's just like was a probate situation and the deed hasn't changed names yet or whatever. So I called up my buddy that lives in Boise because I don't live there right now.
Mhm.
But I called him up and just said, hey, I've got this lead. I was like, I don't know if it's anything, but it might be worth just going and knocking on the door and seeing, why they filled out the form and why the information was wrong and yada yada. So he went over there and chatted with them, and it turned out it was the seller's. I don't know if it's her daughter or her niece or something, but it's their family. She's the one who filled out the form, and she just got one of the numbers wrong on her phone number,
Oh, okay.
just like a typo. But that's the name that was filled out, but the owner is still alive. She does want to sell. She's like wanting to travel and just kind of thinks it's time to sell the house. So we walked through the house, took some photos, and then Alec called me after he finished and told me about it, sent me the photos. So I told him, hey, I'd like to be at probably like 250,000 on this house. It's in the heart of Boise. It's probably 2-3 minutes from BSU.
Mhm.
So really good area. It's probably worth about 400,000 fixed up.
Okay.
Um, so I said, let's try and get them for about 250 and see what they say. So he went back a few days later because her phone doesn't really work that well anyways. So he just went back, knocked on the door, went back down, sat down with her, made her the offer, brought the contracts. She said she didn't want to sign right this second because she had another company that was going to make an offer. And they saw the property like right before us. So said, okay, we'll give you the weekend and we'll follow up with you like Sunday, Monday and see because this is on Thursday, I believe.
Okay.
So went back to the house Thursday, and at first she actually said, hey, I changed my mind. I don't want to sell. And so he literally left. He was driving away, and the daughter or niece or whoever called him back and just said, hey, like come back to the house. Sorry, like she wants to sell it. And
Okay.
so she kind of had gotten like a little bit of cold feet, I guess. She didn't really know what she was going to do. The other company didn't even make her an offer for some reason.
Okay.
So yeah, we just said, hey, we'll pay closing costs. We'll help you with moving costs too. I think we're going to give her 2,500 bucks before closing off the purchase price for moving costs.
Okay.
But yeah, then she just ended up signing, no problem. So it's kind of a weird one, but it works out. So when they work out, it is what it is.
I love it. So how much was this seller asking for at the very beginning?
300,000 at the beginning. So she wanted 300,000. I had told Alec like we could probably do 250, but not to go any higher than 265 because it probably needs about 50, 60 grand in work, maybe a little bit more, just depending on how nice you do it. So
Okay. All right. When is the closing?
good question. It's probably about 4 weeks from Thursday. So whenever I'm
Like a
not sure
month.
what we did it for. Yeah, probably about a month.
Okay, that's a month. That's nothing.
Mhm.
Okay, okay. And how long did it take you to convert this lead? That was a lead that you got when? Do you remember?
It was probably about a week, 7 days.
Wow. Okay. I love it. Okay, so
Mhm.
that's good. What was your ROI in this deal, like in general terms?
a lot. I don't
A
know.
lot. I
I
love
mean, I
that
think,
word, a lot.
yeah, yeah, I think we'll probably, I don't think we're going to flip it. I think we'll probably wholesale it. I might
Mhm.
flip the next one, or I might keep the next one because I'm looking for my own house too. But
Okay.
I mean, we'll probably do like a $35,000 assignment on that. So yeah. So I mean, it's pretty solid. I think our ad spend is what it's probably right around 3, 4 grand a month. So
Mhm. Mhm.
yeah, I'm not sure what the cost for that lead, that specific lead was though. I think our cost per lead is like 70, $80 right now though.
We can
So
definitely build those metrics together, but yeah,
mm,
I love it. And also that, that sometimes it's not that easy with this type of word leads, because some of us, we kind of like give up easily, like, okay, this
yeah.
is the wrong phone number. This is also a wrong name. No, I'm not even calling the lead. I'm not even going to see the property. But you did
Mm,
that, and guess what? Boom, property under
yeah.
contract. So that's something
Yeah.
that we need to do. We need to understand that this is part of a game. You understand it really well, because this is part of a game, and go and see the property and build rapport in person, trying to
Yeah.
see what the solution is, could be, or what the main pain is. It's crucial, and that's why we have a property under contract. Is this your second in a month?
Yeah. This is 2 in a month.
Okay, I love it. So, is there any other lead in your pipeline, that you're currently working with?
Well, to be honest, there's probably from like the forms that they filled out, there's probably 3 or 4 in there that would be like a deal just on paper, like looking at it, but I
Mhm.
can't get a hold of them. So these other ones though, they're in Ohio. I can't really go knock on their door because I don't live there. So what I might do is I might send them to my team out there and see if any of them want to go knock on the door and see if they can make something happen. But yeah, I probably have 3 or 4 leads in there just based on like the numbers that they put into the form.
Mhm.
That they're probably a deal. So I just got to work on getting a hold of them. But I've called them, texted them, left voicemails, emails. I've done pretty much everything I can, like virtually. But some of them, that's just the way it is too. Some of them probably just won't answer for whatever reason, But
Mhm.
I'll keep trying.
Okay, so you do have a team in Ohio. If you get a lead in Ohio, you will be able to, to make your
Yeah,
connection.
well, the one from earlier this month is in Ohio, so he's kind of being a pain in the butt, but that one should that one might take a little bit longer because it's a probate deal, but
All
yeah.
right. What advice would you give to other real estate investors who are just starting out and trying to, close their first deal based on the
Yeah.
experience that you had today or with this deal?
Yeah, I mean, just be persistent. Like, I mean, this one that we locked up on Sunday, she straight up told my guy no at first, and he left, and she ended up calling him back, and maybe that was just luck, but I do think when you go in there and you build good rapport and you make a fair offer, and it makes sense for them, and you tell them why it makes sense for them, you guide them to the right decision. 9 times out of 10, it'll work out for you. So
Mhm.
that'd be my advice. Just be persistent, keep calling them, keep texting them, go to their house if you have to. Just keep bothering them until they tell you to stop. They filled out the form for a reason. They want an offer for a reason. So that's how I look at it.
Exactly. So we have pretty much before, after, and results. So before, what was it like before working with us? Like, were you doing like any other lead source or digital marketing with any other agency or?
Yeah, I was buying my pay-per-click leads from like a marketplace of leads.
Okay.
So it was expensive for one. Like, I mean, this is relatively probably the same cost, but I'm probably getting double, if not triple the amount of leads that I was before. So
Okay.
the cost per lead is much lower.
Mhm.
Um, and I mean, I can't really speak on the quality just yet because it's not a very long sample time. It's only been a month,
Mhm.
but yeah, I mean, 2 contracts, that's converting. I don't know how many we've got so far. So 2 out of 20, that's basically 1 in 10. So that's pretty good. A little better than 1 in 10 because it's only 18. But yeah, I mean, it's been good.
Love it. I'm glad to hear that. So next time you have another property under contract, we need to definitely have a beer and celebrate together, because that's what I usually do with my clients. Like, if you like coffee, that's your favorite drink, you
Mm,
should bring a coffee. Mine is beer. So I will be with
okay.
beer right here just to let you know. But I'm super happy thank you so much for sharing this info. It's really, really important. And hopefully,
course.
in fact, I was actually talking to Esteban about you, and
Mhm.
at some point he wants to schedule a podcast with you so we can talk about
Okay.
the experience with Hazel Media, with you, with the leads, and what are you doing, like the processes and techniques that you're currently using with the leads that you're closing. That would be amazing. So I'll let you know. Okay.
For sure. Sounds good.
Okay. Well, thank you so